I want to talk a little bit this morning about customer-friendly selling. Our goal as a company is to provide an environment that is friendly to the consumer, that allows us the ability to make the customer feel comfortable, create an environment that the associates are focused on the imaging products and the merchandise that we have to enhance the customer's digital lifestyle. Now, with doing that, there are some steps that we're going to take. We're going to talk about some of those steps. We're also going to provide you with some DVDs that are specific about some of the product categories that we have. We'll have about 8 DVDs to supplement this, but the first thing we want to do this morning is talk to you about customer-friendly selling and kind of what that means. Preparation. Let's talk a little bit about what preparation is. Preparation is being prepared before you open the store, and there are some steps that you need to take. The first thing that we think that is important is a name badge. We want everybody to have a name badge. We want everybody to have the look. We want everybody to be dressed appropriately according to dress code. And if we kind of do that, it provides an environment where the customer's comfortable. It's easy for the customer to identify who our associates are. And most importantly, it's easy for the customer to identify your name. Because one of the primary things or steps that we have in customer-friendly selling is introduction, ice breaking, whatever you want to call it. Okay? There are a lot of different terms that are thrown around. To me, it's kind of getting into a conversation with the customer. There are really kind of 3 rules to getting into that conversation with the customer. The first thing is ask a question that cannot be answered yes or no. If you ask a question that cannot be answered yes or no, you're going to get the customer to give you a complete sentence. A complete sentence starts a conversation. You start the conversation, some of the natural shields that a customer have go down, and it becomes a lot more comfortable for the customer in dealing with you as a person, and that's really what this is about. Think about if your best friend came in a store, how you would act. That's kind of what we're looking for. Okay? We want you to think about if you had your best friend walk in a store, what would you say to your best friend? Okay? Would you joke around about a current event? Okay? Because one of the rules is the question can't pertain to anything business. It could be about a movie. It could be about a current event. Okay? It could be about anything other than why they're there, because we want the customer to become comfortable with you as a person and with Rich Camera as a company. And how we approach that has a lot to do with our success, and it has a lot to do with being customer friendly. Another part of the preparation is really understanding what I call our equity, and our equity is what we stand for, things that we provide you as a customer that no other retailer does. Okay? I got company? Okay. What that customer needs to know is there are some basic things that we provide that you can't get anywhere else. First of all, we have a price guarantee. It says for 30 days, if you find a product that is less, we'll give you your money back. Okay? It's that simple. Our price guarantee matches any local stocking retailer. We have a national service network. We service what we sell. You can bring products into any one of our 900 stores located across the United States, and we'll be glad to take care of it for you. Okay, that's pretty cool stuff. We don't ask you to call a manufacturer's website or go onto a manufacturer's website. We service what we sell in our stores. We also have the largest digital photographic lab in the United States that's privately owned. It's located in Hapeville, Georgia. Okay, it provides you with the ability pretty much to say yes and provide any imaging customer with hundreds of products that are available in just a few days delivered back to your store. Okay, so those are things that are what I call customer equity. Okay, things that our customers need to know. Okay, we are the largest specialty photographic retailer in the United States. There is no one else like us. That's important for the customer to know. Okay, so as we kind of go through the preparation and knowing the equity, it's important that you let the customer know this information. We have a 1-hour or it's free guarantee on our 4x6 prints that all of you are aware of. That's an important thing to let customers know. It's unique, it's different, and no one else has it. So tell customers about it. And last but not least, okay, it's important for you to know that you can save 5% on all your imaging purchase by being a member of our Frequent Photo Club. Okay? That's a new exciting program that you've probably heard about recently. Okay? All those things are equity. All of those things make the customer feel friendly, and it says a lot about who we are. So try to get those things kind of in your brain so that as you're talking to the customer, these are things that you can make them aware of. Okay? So now let's get into the basic steps of customer-friendly selling. And the first part is kind of the icebreaker introduction part of the process. We talked about the 3 rules. It has to be asked a question. It cannot be answered yes or no. It can't be about business. Okay? All right? How do you do that? What are some examples of how you do that? Well, you can ask the customer, have they seen a movie lately? If Batman just came out. I've had examples of people that talk about, hey, those are nice shoes, or okay, the weather, whatever it is, but it can't be pertaining to business, and you want it to be a question that cannot be answered yes or no. So practice that. That's kind of your first step, and get that name exchange. Get that customer's name, because if you get that customer's name and you get them to start a conversation with you, it becomes a lot more personal, and those shields come down, and then you're able to get into the next step. And the next step is really evaluation, determining needs, probing, qualifying. There's all kinds of terminology out there. To me, it's caring, finding out what the customer come to the store for. What is it that they're looking for? Okay? And I know most of you have written a short story. And in a short story, you have to answer questions like who, what, when, where, and how. If you can figure out the story, it's pretty easy to determine what the customer is looking for and what their needs are. How do you plan on using the product? Have you had one before? Anyone using it besides yourself? Okay. Okay. What have you seen that you like? Okay. Where did you see it? Maybe you have a competitor that has a product and they're just kind of cross-shopping. So price might be an issue. And if you forget to tell them about your price guarantee, they might walk out of the store thinking that you're more expensive if there's even $1 or $2 difference. Okay? So all of these things will help you be more customer friendly, and it'll allow you to understand the need. Who, what, when, where, and how. Practice. Ask those questions. Build that relationship. Get those shields down and understand the customer's needs. That's kind of your first 2 or 3 steps. Now we have to kind of transition, okay, into a product demonstration. And how do you do that? Well, there's a few ways that you can do that. You can ask questions about, have you seen anything that you like particularly? Is there a specific product that you're here to look for? You can ask questions about technology. You can ask the customer, hey, listen, have you had a chance to see some of the cool stuff that's now available on digital SLR? Did you know that you can now hook your HD TV up to your digital SLR to an HDMI cable? Take the customer out to the TV display and hook it up. Show them the benefits and advantages of today's technology. Would you like to take a minute? We've had a lot of software changes recently on our APM. We have a bunch of exciting new products that we just came out with. Banners, notepads, book covers. Okay, if you don't mind, what I'd like to do is just spend a few seconds and take you through some of those changes so that you're comfortable with the software, okay, and you're able to make a good decision. Another thing, customers printing 40 or 50 prints, you might look at them and say, hey, have you got a minute? Sure, I got a minute. Well, why don't we take a minute? Let me show you something that's really cool. Let me show you. You go in and you build a book using the auto builder, and you have them select the cover color, backdrops, okay, all of the things, and build a book for them and say, isn't that cool? What do you think? You know what? You might find out that the customer says, you know, I didn't even know you guys did that. I'll take one, or I'll take 10. Okay? And really what this business is all about is making customers happy, and when they become buyers and they start to buy the product, that's when this business gets fun, and that's when it becomes a lot more customer friendly. So it's important for you to understand those steps. Demonstrations. Okay, we've kind of talked about that. Next, after you've kind of done your demo, you've talked about the benefits. We want to focus on benefits. Okay, we don't want to be what I refer to as feature freaks. Okay, we don't want to be someone that goes through and talks about every individual feature on the product. We want to understand need, okay, understand what the customer's looking for, and then talk about the 4 or 5 things on that product that would make their life better, easy, more fun, okay, and provide them with the things that they need to enjoy whatever product or service that they're looking for. Okay, so we've kind of done that. We're in that mode. The next thing we got to do is ask for the sale. I call it AFTS, ask for the sale. Okay, most people in any retail business don't do that. Okay, there are a lot of different ways that you can do that. Let's say a customer says, I'm going to think about it. Well, you know what? We guarantee the lowest price for 30 days. Okay, we have a 30-day return policy. If you're not happy with the product, you're welcome to bring it back. Why don't you go ahead and get one? You could just simply ask the question, would you like to get one? You could also say, hey, would you like to take advantage of our 10 months no interest financing? Okay? We offer that on any product, $2.99 and up. Okay? All of those things would allow you the ability to find out whether or not the customer is committed to buy, and that you fulfill those needs, that you ask questions about, and that you understand what they're looking for. At this point, the customer is going to say yes most of the time if you just ask. Okay? But if they say, well, you know what, I'm going to think about it, I'm not sure, there's a couple of steps that you can take. Okay? First of all, you may have, or you may want to ask, or is there something about the product that you're not sure about? Is there something that the product doesn't do that you wanted it to do? Did I miss something? Okay? That shows concern for the customer. It also helps you understand where it is that you're falling short. And you learn from that process. And then finally, you can look at them and say, look, is it the price? Yeah, well, you know what, I'm not going to make the decision without someone else, or my husband wants to look for it. Well, you know what, we do have the no interest financing. We also have a 30-day return policy. Instead of having to drive back down here, why don't you just go ahead and get it? If he's not happy with it, we'll gladly take it back, return it with his box and packs, and we don't have a problem with that. Okay, so find a way to overcome those objections. On price, usually what I recommend to most people is look at the customer and say, look, if I could find you a product that meets your needs, that is closer to the price range that you were looking for, how much did you plan on spending today? Well, you know what? I didn't want to spend $400. I was thinking more about $300. If I could find you a product that for $300 that fits those needs, would you buy it today? And the customer says, yes, you just made a sale. All you got to do is find the product. Okay? So all of these steps and all of these processes are important. To supplement this, a company offers you a lot of different things that you can do as an associate to improve your ability in understanding features and how those relate to benefits. We have Eli and we also have Cyber Scholar. We'll talk a little bit more about in some of the product videos about some of those key benefits that those websites offer you. If you happen to have a SID in the store, you have access in the store. If not, you can take access at home or a library or anywhere else and try to improve yourself. Our want is for you to become a better associate and have more fun by being more confident, okay, making more sales, okay, improving your income, all of those things. What I've always said to people is, look, you may not be with Rich Camera 2 years, 5 years, or 20 years, okay? What you may find out is what you practice today will help you tomorrow, okay? And one of our goals is, through customer-friendly selling, what we believe happens is that whether it's a frequent photo club card or whether it's getting the customer back because they like you and they're comfortable with you, our goal is to make a sale today and make a sale tomorrow. We'll talk about what some of those things are and how you do that in more detail as we get into the DVDs. But I just want you to take from me to you, our hope is that we build relationships with our customers, we make them feel comfortable in our stores, and then we start having fun because we start making sales. Thank you.